All right, YouTube, we back with another one. Little update on the Monte Carlo SS. We done went ahead and cut out the header panel, T-top header panel. Started cutting out the A-pillar on the driver's side. We done put the passenger side in. Just got the T-tops sitting in there, looking pretty straight. Looking pretty straight right there. Just sit the trim pieces back in, just so I could make sure my measurements was good. Draw my little diagram up there on the top of the roof so I could take my measurements. Passenger A-pillar is in there. Put a little weld through prime on it and put a couple of tacks on it. I don't want to weld it in permanent yet until I get the driver's side in. But it's in there. Told y'all I was gonna bring y'all back a little update on it. It ain't that hard. All I did was drilled out all the spot welds on the old one. Cut the welds right here on this bracket. And that joker pulled right out of there. Let y'all see what we got. Try this with one hand. Pick my little molding up. That's the new header panel in. I just sit these trim pieces in there just to make sure how my clearance was. Once I put my tops back in, make sure all my measurements right, because sometimes these aftermarket parts, they be slightly off. You gotta tweak them a little bit, but it went in there pretty good. It's pretty straight. The aftermarket part is pretty close to the OEM part that I took out of there. Take this top out. Got my little trim pieces falling in the car. But yeah, there it is there. You can see the rust in that one. See all the rust in there. Take y'all to the passenger side. Let y'all check out the new one. That's the new one. See, it's looking nice and good and straight. The top, the header panel, I ain't tacked that in yet. I want to wait before I tack it in until I buy the windshield. I put the trim pieces that go around the windshield, just put them in there and lined it up to make sure how it was fitting. And they fit pretty good, but just to be sure. See that header panel ain't welded in yet, but the A-pillar is welded in. You can see the metal on the lower header panel. It's good all the way through, and that's all we need. Put a couple of tacks on the passenger side. You can see that ain't going nowhere, and I ain't even got it all the way welded in. I just got like one tack right here under the bottom holding that. But as you can see, all the metal under the bottom is good. And I'm gonna wipe some of that rusty encapsulator in there just to seal it off, to protect it down the line. Make sure it don't rust again. That's another reason why I ain't welding the T-top header panel yet. But yeah, YouTube, this where we at, man. This thing getting close to going to the paint booth. This the last big step of the project for its body work is cutting this here out of there and getting the rust out of there, man. I don't want to paint no car and the goddamn roof on it is rusty. So I went ahead and cut that out, man. It's a little bit more work doing it like that, but the results is worth it. You could check that side out. Focus in for y'all. See how rusty it is in there. That shit wasn't no good. That's why I just changed the header panel, because the A-pillars, they was bad too. Got the old A-pillar somewhere in here. Right here. You can see the rust was going down through there, so we was gonna have problems out of that joker down the line. So I just cut it out of there, man. I think that was the best way to do it. Just change the A-pillars and the header panel. And guess what? I weld that shit in there right there with the Harbor Freight welder. Flux core. Gotta make it work. If I ain't too happy with the welds, was that side there, I really barely tacked it and it's strong in there. But if I ain't too happy with the results on the welds, when I take it to the shop, I let my buddy come and weld it. He got a better welder than that thing what I got. And he knew how to weld better than me too. I ain't no master welder, but I think it's pretty strong. I done weld before. You can see right there where I weld in the inside of it. Gotta grind them down and clean it up. That's just a few tacks I put in there. I'm gonna put some massive welds in that joker. Once I get everything, once I cut this side here out of here, I'm gonna put some massive welds in it. And if I feel like it's iffy, I'm gonna let my boy go ahead and take care of that for me. But yeah, we close to getting this joker to the paint booth, man. I went back through this floor with the seam sealer. Seam sealed it. I gotta go back with one more coat over the seam sealer. One more coat of the rusty capsulator just to make it look uniform, paint it up. But I done went all the way through this joker. The floors in there, they solid, baby. We sealing this joker up. She gonna be airtight. And I'm about to order everything in the top's gonna be new. All of the center section gonna be new. All the rubbers and seals gonna be new. All the moldings that come down this side and rubbers and seals, they gonna all that's gonna be new, man. We going new with all that. Then once we take care of all that, then we can proceed with the swap. I don't want to put the mold in while I'm doing body work. I might even paint the car first before I put the mold in. Shit. Cause it don't make sense I'm gonna have to paint this top section with the rubbers and stuff out of there. So, you know, if I'm gonna go ahead and paint that and paint the door jambs and stuff in the doors, shit, I might as well go ahead and paint the whole car and just be careful when I'm putting the mold in. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up, YouTube. I just wanted to give y'all a little update. You know, I told y'all I was gonna let y'all check it out when I'm cutting out the A-pillars and putting that header panel in. But yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a little update and come back too when I put this driver side in. I'll probably do this in the next day or two. You know, I got shit I be doing at the shop, so I be trying to balance what I got going on at the shop with my customers and my project too. But we gonna get back with y'all on the next one, YouTube. Over and out. Willie Rebuilds, baby. Like, share, and subscribe.